Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to, well, I guess tonight is Vivion's Creative Corner, isn't it? Welcome back everybody. Did you guys enjoy that stream starting soon page in the hallway? Some flickering inside of the bedroom. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. There we go. Welcome back. You almost choked on water. No. Be careful. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, Liam. I wish you luck on that. Gotta jump back between two different streams. Yes. Little Euphie is the name of the channel and the person that runs this and does all the artwork. Vivian is the name of this character. So that is how we're summing that up. But welcome back everybody. Welcome back. Today I'm just having a chill day like always. Well, I try. But it's freaking cold here. It's really freaking cold. So I'm just gonna be drawing a pony. I don't know what pony I'm gonna be drawing. We'll figure it out. Maybe a random one. Maybe a cold themed one. I think I could fight a grizzly bear with a spatula and a trash can lid. I mean, sure, if you if you believe in yourself enough, go for it. Yes, perhaps you'd have a better advantage in the bath. Okay, but yeah, perhaps we'll do like a cold palette for like this random pony, huh? Since when did our fucking country became corrupt? I mean, I don't know. I don't follow any of that kind of stuff. That's not really my forte, but I can imagine it's been like that for a while. I don't know. Most governments are like that. So anyways, okay, let me pull up my canvas. My canvas and my tablet. Okay. And like I said earlier, I don't really have any like particular goals for this drawing. I just wanted to draw something today. Tonight, it's nighttime right now and it's freaking cold outside. So I've made myself some hot cocoa. I've got a blanket on my lap and my cat has decided to hang out right next to me. Usually she just hangs out in like the corner, but she's like right next to me now. So and then if at any point the model's mouth stops moving but I keep talking, I don't know what's going on with it. It takes like a couple of minutes and then it resets and goes back to what it's supposed to be doing, but yeah, that's what's happening with it. Yes, little ma'am. Now there's a difference between ma'am and Roscoe. Roscoe's over there in the corner of the screen next to the couch behind you guys. And then ma'am is to the left of me in real life. They're both black cats, but ma'am has yellow eyes and Roscoe has green eyes. So there's a difference. Anyways, let me get an artist glove on. Maybe two, actually, because again, it's freaking cold. And then I have an update as well for the two-tiered crochet basket that I've been making. I got the bottom part done. And now I am just attaching the bottom to the top with some straps. And so I'm on the last strap, and we'll see how durable this is. It's pretty durable. I used 2 strands for the entire thing of it with single crochets and slip stitches. So yes, what is your question for me, Zilly? Flood control exists at the same time. The government is using the money for other non-important stuff instead of flood control. I mean, I can tell you right now, that's not the first time that I have heard something like that happening. You know, where they'll use not just like that government, but other governments will use funding for one thing, funding that's meant to be for one thing, and then use it for another. And it's not in a responsible way whatsoever. So unfortunately, I can't be in weather that's too warm or hot. Same goes for heat in the house. That's why I think that it, like, eventually later on in life, when it's more feasible, like maybe moving to an area that's like colder would be easier for you, easier on your body. So how do I do? I do fairly well. I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to be as chillin' as I can. Usually when I'm like super cold, my anxiety starts to ramp up a little bit more. I like being toasty and warm, but like I said, these streams and the music and the atmosphere helps me relax a little bit more. So same thing with like using the model. I don't have to stress too much about, like, I don't know, putting on a face, because there's already one made up for me. Ha ha ha. So okay, let me do something up here. Let me get the color that I need. Usually when I start some of my sketches here, I have a layer that's set to multiply, and I just use a nice little sketching pencil that's the same color as the canvas. Makes it nice and easy. And then I need to take my stabilizer off from last night, like that. Hello, welcome on in. Welcome in. When I'm too warm, my skin gets irritated. I also get nosebleeds throughout the night sometimes. Oh goodness. Yeah, that's not good at all, especially for like wanting to keep your linens clean. Yeah. It's like, nope, it's a laundry day yet again. So, here, I know what to draw. It's been a long time since I drew this pony, so we'll draw her. Saying on my list is drink vinegar and detergent needs to gel. Oh my goodness. I think that your classmate has just, I don't know, maybe they're just built different. That doesn't sound like it's very healthy whatsoever. I think that they are going to end up getting their stomach pumped. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Well, I hope that it didn't last for very long and that it has subsided, Vanilla Girl. My goodness. I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, your classmate's got like an iron stomach or something. Who's eating up all the damn bread? Who's eating all the bread? This is why we can't have nice things in this house. Someone's eating all of the freaking bread. You've got birds in the house. That's what's happening. Thank you. Thank you. Who's eating the chocolate chips? So I did make some chocolate cake chocolate chip cookies last night. Oh, I say last night, it was more like this morning. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, I'm just gonna make cookies. I always liked how those ones turn out. Nice and soft. Started for life of me. I can't stay up. All right, Zilly, it's all good. You have a good rest of your night, and I shall see you later, hopefully. Actually, had an era of you getting addicted to watching those Wii Party U videos, right? I have not gotten like an addiction to those. Not when I was younger either. What are those? You're wearing a FNAF shirt to a Girl Scouts meeting? Oh, go for it. I gotta buy some Hershey chocolate for myself. Chocolate helps regulate my emotions. I'd love to buy it right now with my EBT card, but no. I thought that had come back. I thought that it was back. I read that it had got turned back on for people, but maybe I was mistaken. I have like a small packet of the milk chocolate chips, and every now and then I'll be like, just a couple. I need these for baking. But I stand by my cake mix cookies. Very easy, very quick to make. No, I have never been addicted to those, Liam. Never. Yes, yes, it's definitely comfort food. I have to ration out my chocolate chip cookies because like otherwise I'm just gonna eat them all. There'll be none for Wolf. Don't have any chocolate around me right now. It really sucks. Dude, I've been there before. It sucks, like, majorly. It's like the huge motivator, excuse me. I'm just like, I need to go to the grocery store. I need to just get just like a little baggie. Just a little thing. Oh, goodness, Liam. Well, I hope that you got that figured out. The cats I drew are watching me. What do I do? You flip the paper over. Be like, I know C. I know C. You know C. I know C. We are at peace now. The angry one is looking at me funny. Do I punch it? You could punch it with an eraser. Be like, I will threaten to take you out of existence if you continue to stare at me. See you later, Liam. Also, I'm happy I was sleeping on my back last night. Oh, for sure, yeah. I can imagine it probably lessens the mess from the nosebleeds. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I punched it. That didn't work. It didn't learn its lesson properly. Yeah, again, like that's it. Just it sounds like, you know, if you don't catch it in time, you have to do some like serious laundry day routine. Told me to die, so I threw it off a cliff. Be gone with you. I push you off the cliff like the Disney company did to those lemmings. Oh my goodness, Isaiah, that must have been like a great relief. Yeah. You know, it's one thing when like you can only use one, but then you can use both of them, and you're like, oh my gosh, efficiency has been like doubled. Hello, Acid. Welcome on back. It's good to see you again. I'm just doing some cozy pony artwork. I haven't drawn this character in a long time, so I figured it was due time. Oh yeah, what happened? What happened? I was like, oh my gosh, I can breathe again. Breathing efficiency has doubled. Huge success. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations. That must be a really great feeling. It reminds me of when I was playing, and this was like several years ago, right? But I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2, and there's a particular boss battle where it's timed and you have to defeat a certain amount of enemies within like 10 seconds, right? And I couldn't for the life of me figure out the strategy that you have to do, that you have to perform in order to defeat them all, and then you can actually start fighting the boss itself, because he surrounds himself with like these water nobodies, the water enemies, and you have to defeat like 10 of them in 10 seconds, and you have to do like these reaction commands. So but it took me like it took me so many tries. I got so frustrated. I rage quit Kingdom Hearts 2 for like 2 years because of this boss. And it's so silly because like in the grand scheme of like the entire organization that, you know, the bosses are in, he's like the weakest one. So you would think that it would be like so easy, right? But no. So I put it down for 2 years, and then I finally picked it back up again, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to do. And I whooped his butt so quickly on like the first try doing it again. And when I finally defeated him, I wept. I cried. I was like, this is great. And then I went on to beat the whole rest of the game without any complications. So yeah, clearly I had some growing up to do with it. So oh my gosh, Yesai's out here with the dad jokes. The unk jokes. You guys are gonna have to make burgers without the bread, unfortunately. So, okay. I was in a very similar situation like 3 or 4 nights ago. What I did was I took the burger meat, and I just like ground it up into just ground like hamburger meat. I just broke it up a little bit and I added it to pasta, so it was like a hamburger helper, kind of a dinner. So yeah, I don't know if that's something that would interest you, but that's what I did with it, because I also didn't have any buns for my burgers. So I was like, you know what, I gotta use this meat for something. Hello, Marsme, you're going to Baltimore tomorrow. Oh, how fun. How fun. Stay safe. Have a good trip. Take pictures. Is it for like a work thing? Is it for like a concert, or like just like a vacation or something? But that sounds lots of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. Ah, for work. Well, I hope that your work goes well. I hope that everything goes down without a hitch, and that you also enjoy your time while you're there. It's always fun getting out of the house, out of the state too, to a new area that you're not particularly familiar with. Kind of satiates that wanderlust that some of us have. Oh, first class. Nice. Very comfy. Yes, we'll see you later, Liam. What are you doing December 26th? The day after Christmas. What you doing? Going to see TSO with your family? What is TSO? Sorry, I'm not familiar with the abbreviation. What does it mean? If I see something like 45 minutes or 48 minutes, I just consider it to be an hour at that point. Honestly, yeah, that's a fair rounding up. Because if there's something going on the road, like traffic or you know, like an accident or something, or somebody's just like, you know, going really, really slow, it's fair to add that that rounding up. TSL used to be True Sounds of Liberty. Yep. These days there's so many different things that you can like use abbreviations for. I'm just like, I don't know what it means. I feel like it's just better to ask, like, what does it mean, rather than to assume. I think they said TSO. Oh, excuse me. I might work during the holidays this month. I might work on Thanksgiving break and I'll just celebrate Christmas next month because of New Year's. Yeah. Yep, sometimes it's just like that. Yeah, what does TSO mean? I don't know what that means. Hopefully they give you like holiday pay, Isaiah. The holiday pay is usually pretty good. There's some places that don't give holiday pay for whatever freaking reason. I'm just like, bruh. Oh, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Oh, fun, fun, fun. I hope you enjoy. And then you also have fun spending time with your family too. This job does give holiday pay, I heard. Oh, good. Okay, good. There's some compensation in there. Second time seeing them in person. Oh, how nice. Well, like I said, I hope that you have fun. Hope that you have a good time with your family. Make some good memories. Thank you, Black Fox. Thank you. Yeah, and at least you'll have something to, you know, kind of, it's like a common denominator kind of a thing, where it's just like, you know, you're all like out and enjoying a particular, thing, so that, you know, it's not just like, you know, having to make, like conversation or something that, you know, could necessarily lead to, uncomfortable feelings. You know, there's entertainment going on in front of you. I'm working for 6 months and just taking a break right after, so probably in April I'll take a break. Okay, sounds good. My my mouth movement decided to take a break as well. My voice is coming to you from my mind. Not my mouth. It's coming to you from my mind. Telepathically. My mom asked me what I want for my birthday. Well, I know damn well I can't. Oh no. Well, I mean, maybe it was the thought that counts. I don't know. Thank you, Black Fox. Yes, there's more movement with this one. It's a little more expressive. And I have, I still need to adjust my toggles. I'll be doing that probably tonight if I remember to get around to it. But I have the angry toggle. So I look like I'm a little more, upset, or I guess, I don't know, focused. You could call it either one. I have more of a worried look. And then if I have this expression, I go, this looks a little more hopeful. I have a blush toggle. I have a little bit of a sweat emote there. And then I also have the angry one, the angry emote. And I can take the barriers off if I wanted to, but I don't really want to, so. I like the amount of movement that it has on it and the eye tracking. I like that. If I ever do like I don't know, like a collab stream with another VTuber and they want more like a simplified one, I might use the old one for that because there's less movement with it. It's kind of like less distracting. But yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. At least she asked. You know, she could have just not asked at all. But, you know, it's your relationship. I don't know the ins and outs of it, so. Well, I hope one day you will. You never know what's going to happen in the future. Welcome back, Liam. All right, we'll see you later, Acid. Yes, I thought that I had heard that it did end, Isaiah. Now, I've never had an EBT card before, fortunately, but I think there's a way to look up to see like what your balance is on it because if it ended, then like maybe there's money on it. Yep, gotta make them burgers. I feel like her face needs to just be a little longer, because horse face, you know. Yes, you are mobile now. You're mobile. It's been so long since I drew this pony. I don't really remember how her hair goes. Okay. Let's take these two, put them in a folder. There we go. And I'll put my stabilizer back on. Thank you, Buck Fox. I try to be. There's times where I'm just like, I feel it kind of, I feel it slipping a little bit. And I'm just like, I gotta reel it in. Hello, wild man. I am drawing this cozy picture of one of my oldest pony OCs, enjoying some hot cocoa, because I also have hot cocoa, and it's a freaking cold night, so so that's what I'm making. Welcome back. I hope that you have eased up on the chicken wings. Hello, Blitkoga. Welcome back. Welcome back to your heist. Oh my goodness, Yesiah. I watched an Atozi video about him earlier today. He got like arrested finally because he's like trying to like do like dumb crap in the middle of the street. And I'm like, obviously the street's not for you, silly. He just, I don't know. Very annoying kind of a character. So yeah. Cause he's been how should I put it? He's a very I gotta use a different word for this. He's a very regarded person. Yeah, it's just he's dumb. He's just really freaking dumb. He hides behind his bodyguard all the time. I'm just like, you are a little man with a little brain and a little personality. So Really bad at the gym, sitting with a fur blanket. One of the nurses at work got me. Oh my goodness. I hope that you recover quickly. That is not good. That is not good at all. I hope that the stream brings you some comfort, and that that fur blanket also brings you some comfort. Hello, E-Wizard. I am drawing Vivid Beat. She's my oldest of the pony OCs that I made. I made her back in, goodness, middle school? Maybe very, very early high school? I can't remember. I cannot remember. But yes, hi to you as well. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've drawn her, so I was like, you know what? I got hot cocoa next to me. I might as well. And it's a freaking cold Saturday, so I'm like, I might as well draw her. I have like 3 other pony OCs that I made like later on in life. Those ones were definitely made in high school. This one used to be like my pony Sona, but then she kind of like became her own thing. People are still talking about James Charles as well. Oh my goodness, I have not heard that name in forever. What is what is going on with him? Oh my gosh. The last thing that I had heard about him was that like he was hitting up like really young people for inappropriate relations. He was hitting up the children. That's terrible. Ew. Hello, Goober Dude. He's still doing that. See, he's still doing that. I heard about that like a freaking year ago and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Oh my gosh. I mean, color me shocked. me like with 3 apology videos about he's doing the same thing that happened. He apologized for like, yeah, he doesn't change. He doesn't change. Okay. At this point, like apology videos, if they're not entirely genuine, we can tell what the signs are. You pull out the ukulele, you know, hello Colleen, okay? We know what the fake apologies look like. We're not gonna be fooled. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Okay. I had to fix some cable management. Yeah, rightfully so. That kind of stuff, it shakes that sector of the internet. And it changes the space, it changes it in a way that like kind of evolves it a little bit. We evolve, and hopefully we get a little more educated in spotting when things are not being genuine. Things aren't being said genuinely, people aren't being genuine with their words, stuff like that. Even though I just watched a video about JoJo's Sea that was supposed to be days ago. Oh my goodness, what's going on in that realm of the internet? It really has. It really has. It's nowhere near the YouTube that I once knew, long ago. They don't even do the rewinds anymore. At least I don't see them. I don't hear about them. Honestly, I don't know how you could. I don't know how you could do a rewind anymore. There's just, it's spread out so much. And the last YouTube rewind that I ever watched, I was like, I have no idea who these people are. I have no idea. It's become so obscure. Yeah, me too. Me too. It just feels like it had more of a grasp on like what it was and what it was for. So much has changed. It's like very unrecognizable these days. Honestly, I'm still shocked that there's people out there that make YouTube poops. I'm just like, you gotta keep that genre alive, brother man. It's very much an art form. Because there's some that are just like really, really bad. They're just really freaking bad. And then there's some that are actually like really funny. Hello, Smell Pupper. You're all right. Better late than never. You were playing Monster Sanctuary. You're all good. It's totally understandable. I miss the phase of you too, where people would do the 3 a.m. videos where like where they were like looking for ghosts. What kind of 3 a.m. videos are you talking about? Or is it like the like where you're like fake calling a particular like character? Like, or they like call you at 3 a.m. or something and it's supposed to be like spooky? That sounds vaguely familiar. Me too, Small Pupper. Like I said, it was a different space. It was a different time. Calling myself at 3 a.m. goes wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen those. Like, and even like the thumbnails of them, because I would never actually watch them. But I remember seeing the thumbnails of them. Or like the staying overnight someplace. I do remember seeing somebody's video of like staying overnight at Costco. And I'm like, yeah, they're gonna clean the floors. They're gonna do inventory. They're gonna restock shelves. Like, what did you expect was gonna happen? It did, yeah. I think a lot of people ran to the internet for their socializing, and then they never went back. They never went back to the way that they socialized after or beforehand, before COVID. It really did a number on people. They never went back to touching grass. For real. Yeah, for real. I think people forget that, like, you know, going outside and spending time in the sun, or just like spending time with fresh air, honestly, does wonders on your immune system, you know, and your sense of self, your self-worth, your self-esteem. So yeah, I never liked those thumbnails either, Isaiah. They were very clickbaity and I don't know, very what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh, they were really pandery. I didn't like them at all. I thought it was like really disrespectful. You don't have the patience for fishing, it's about the experience. Yes, yes. The fact that you're gonna try it, gonna have some new experiences. Dressing up and relaxing on the lake and pretending to fish. Yes, yes. One day Wolf and I will go fishing in real life. We have all of the gear for it. We just need to pick a good day for it, and then go out and do it. But I've been fishing once when I was a little kid, and it was like in a like a collected pool. Like they had a bunch of fish, they put it in like this old pool, and then they were teaching us as kids in outdoor school how to fish. So I did it once, and I've done it many times in video games. I understand the like basic principles and the idea of like what you're going for. But it's also just a relaxing thing to do. So yeah. They'll just up and meow at each other. The fish are gonna be like, these are just some weird cats, bro. What is going on with these cats? Oh, cute Karomi beanie. Cute Karomi beanie. I wish fishing was as lucrative IRL as it is in web fishing. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I will say, I mean, the real life fish sure are tasty. Sushi, nigiri, fried fish, fish fillet. Some good stuff there, man. Hello, Hesperth Arts. Hello, welcome in. You're actually not too fond of fish. Well, to each their own. Dude, salmon's good. Oh yeah. Salmon's hella good. Oh my goodness, that was the choice. I tried popcorn shrimp recently and it's really good. Oh dude, I freaking love popcorn shrimp. Oh my gosh. You're gonna make me have a craving. I'm gonna go up to Wolf and be like, we need popcorn shrimp. We need shrimp now. You just stopped streaming a little bit ago. Couldn't get out of the artsy mood, so here I am. Dude, tell me about it. I have like several projects that I work on at a time, and whenever I get done with like this kind of stuff, this kind of artwork, I just go and switch to like crocheting or like doing some sketching or like painting or something, making candy bracelets. I gotta be doing something that's like art related, something creative. It's a way of life. But I hope that your stream went well. Hope it was nice and fun and relaxing. You heard the honey walnut shrimp at Panda Express is like super good, but I would try it, but I'm too scared. Dude, I haven't been to a Panda Express in so long. It's... yeah. I haven't been there in so long. But interestingly enough, it's one of my Opa's favorites, favorite kind of foods. My grandpa. Oh, me too. Me too. It's that thing of like mirroring kind of, you know, like when you're watching somebody do a particular task and then you start to like also get in the mood for doing that task, like cleaning videos, organizing and cleaning videos. I'm like, I need to do the dishes. I need to do some laundry. I need to do some carpet cleaning because I see like, you know, these people doing carpet cleaning. I'm like, yes, that's the mood right there. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't really know what else to draw today, so I was like, I'm gonna draw an old pony character of mine that I haven't drawn in a while. Trying seafood has been very scary for me. I grew up in a landlocked state, so seafood wasn't very common. Ah, that's understandable. Yeah. I hate trying new foods most of the time. You gotta be courageous and adventurous. But I can also understand that. You get comfortable and very familiarized with the food that you know that you like, for sure. Yes, I do remember that, Yesaya. I do. It's an acquired taste. It's been quite the process for me. Well, I'm glad that you're taking those leaps to try new things. Oh no, your art program crashed. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Every now and then, like this program, because I use Clip Studio Paint, when I first start up my computer, I have to make sure that like my tablet and the art program have been turned off and on again, because my stabilizer, yeah, it's like nice and smooth here, it won't work. And also like the pressure setting, it'll just be like that instead of like that. Yeah, so that freaking happens, but especially like during a stream, that sucks. But hopefully in the future it doesn't do that anymore. Kind of like stabilizes itself, kind of figures out like, okay, this is what we're doing. Every now and then I do like see there's a little bit of a lag depending on like how many layers I have open and how many projects I have open, because like right now I just have the one. I just have this canvas and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers on this. So it's hanging in there. But like the other day when I was streaming and I had like 3 canvases open and one of them has like a literal crap ton of layers in it, it was like, Mother, please help me, please. You are putting so much strain on me. Now you actually have both milk and honey. Yes, tis a good time for you, Isaiah. You have both milk and honey. Excellent. With a laptop, I'd have to tinker around with my pen settings until the pressure sensitivity worked. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I remember, because I'm on a tower, a desktop right now. But I used to have a laptop, the one that I used like all throughout high school. I took that laptop everywhere. I made so much art on that, but it was a Toshiba satellite laptop. Man, when I say I took that thing everywhere, I mean it. Like, I even took it into ceramics class with all the dust. Don't do that. Don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. Terrible choice. But yeah, I used to play Stepmania on that thing. I had a Wacom. It's either Wacom or Wacom. I've never known how to pronounce it properly, but I had the I started out with the bamboo tablet, the old ones. And then I upgraded that to an Intuos, their Intuos model. And then after that, that's when I started to get into like the tablets that have the screens on them. So that's what I have now. I have an XP pen, a 15.6 XP pen. This is actually my second one. My first one I gave to my youngest brother, because he does 3D modeling, so it's easier on him that way. At one point I had a Huion. I can't remember what model of Huion I had. So I'm probably crashed because I had around 80 layers. Oh, dude. Yeah. Your system's like, please. Please combine some layers. Use XP Pen too. I love them. Yeah, they're really good. They're really good quality. And they're not like super big and bulky either, depending on the model that you have. So I just wish that, and maybe this is just the kind that I have, I wish that their stands were better, because I'm using a stand that I found off of Amazon, because I need to have it at like a particular angle, otherwise I start having like serious back problems. The Deco Pro. I think somebody else in my chat a while ago had said that they found a Deco Pro, and they were like struggling to find the driver for it, but I linked them to the XP Pen driver website, and I hope that they got it to work, because that's like a really good find. I don't use the screen one though. I'm trying to save up for one. It takes some getting used to. It's like, hopefully it's a short transition over to it, but it definitely takes some getting used to. Like even now, right? Because my tablet has a screen on it, but before I had made the change over to the display tablet kind, I would have to like look up at a screen and just draw by like looking at the screen and not at the tablet itself. So it took some getting used to, and it really does feel like it's a similar feeling to like when you're drawing on paper, like with paper and pencil, but it's a different feeling for sure. So like even now I can kind of like look at my my streaming screen, like how I am right now. I'm not looking at my tablet right now. I'm like looking at the screen that you guys can see as well. And I'm like, it takes a little bit of getting used to. But honestly, I feel like some of my drawings are more accurate to where I put the pen, because I can actually see the pen touching the tablet. But yeah, like I said, it just takes some getting used to. And hopefully it's a good change for you. I started after traditional, moving to digital was insane. Oh my gosh, tell me about it. Oof. The overwhelming feeling of like, I don't know what all of these tools do, and I don't know how people make this kind of artwork. I don't know where to even begin. Was astronomical. Yeah. Hello, Moonrose. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm back on my computer and finished cooking. Nice. I hope that the burgers turned out well. Isaiah. When I first started like making the change over from traditional to digital, what I used to do was I would take a picture, and honestly, sometimes I still do this. I would take a picture or scan the traditional drawing that I had made, and then I would put it on my computer and like ink over it digitally and color it digitally. A little more controlled there, because I'll tell you what, man, when you got a shaky hand and trying to ink things on paper, it's like the risk that's involved with that. Well, I thought my art just completely sucked, but then I got used to it. Yep. And you got to find like brushes too that you really enjoy using. For the longest time, I really hated doing line work. And technically this isn't like, I guess it's line work, but I'm still using the same brush that I used to sketch it out. So it's a little more, I'm more forgiving of little mistakes here and there. But the main brush that I use for line work is actually a colored pencil brush. It's this one, because I like the tapering of it. I used to try to use the G pen that's in Clip Studio Paint, this one here, and I was like, I don't like how this tapers. I don't, because I used to use Paint Tool Sai, right? And the line brush that I was using in Paint Tool Sai was very much like the colored pencil brush. But, you know, making the changeover from Paint Tool Sai to Clip Studio Paint, you know, even though you can download custom brushes and you can change them over and everything, it's quite overwhelming. So you really got to find brushes that you enjoy the look of them, and that make it a little easier for you. Whatever step it is that you dread the most, finding a brush or a brush pack that makes that step more enjoyable for you is such a superpower, such a godsend. It turned out real well. Oh, nice, Josiah. I hope it was really tasty. I just like the texture of this brush too, even though it's very sketchy, you know, as you can see. But I think it makes the art softer. Don't get me wrong, okay? Like when I want to work on a piece that requires more precision line work, like here, let me see if I can find it. Let me find it. where here, since it's Saturday and I'm working on pony artwork, like this one has that line work that I'm talking about, where I'm using the colored pencil brush, and yes, this is the same character that I'm using for a model right now for my avatar. But like the line work needed to be a lot cleaner and less sketchy, I guess. It also took me a long while to figure out like how I wanted to do highlights. And that came from watching other artists do their highlights in the hairs. So I'm still slowly figuring out like how to do it properly, like the direction wise. And even with this one, I forgot to add the little white light dot here like I was supposed to. I was like, oh, whatever. I finished it on stream, so I was like, it's whatever. Is what it is. Wasn't meant to have a light dot in it. So, but yeah, it just depends on like what the feeling you want the art to convey. Recently, you just found your favorite brush pack. Oh, nice. I have a favorite brush pack. My mouse just decided to stop moving, so I'm now speaking telepathically. That's how I'm justifying when her mouth stops moving. I'm now speaking to you telepathically. But I have a favorite brush pack for when I'm doing backgrounds. It has like evergreen trees and bushes and like deciduous trees. I don't think I said that right. But yeah, it has like a bunch of different trees and bushes and grass blades and wheat strands. So before the stream, I did rewatch an episode of My Little Pony. Oh my gosh, Yesaya, which one was it? If you can remember, which one was it? I used Ibis for a long time, then Medibang, then back to Ibis, and finally Krita. Ah, gotcha. I use Ibis on my phone. In a previous stream, I accidentally called it IBS paint. Freaking IBS paint. I was like, I did not just say that. But I don't let myself live it down either. I just think it was so funny. My alarm went off to wake up. It's set for 6 a.m., but it's 12 a.m. right now. What in the world? Something has possessed your alarm. Like, oh, did you mean 12 a.m.? Or did you mean 6 a.m., but you actually meant 12? For whatever reason, and I hope that I don't set off anybody's devices by saying this, but the Alexa that my husband and I have in the bedroom, it makes a sound at like 3:12 in the morning, and I think it's like an update sound, but yeah, it freaked us out the first couple of times that it did it. It was like, what the heck is going on? It's possessed. The episode is called Party of One. Oh my gosh, wait, is that the... Hold on a second. I think that's the... Is that the one where Pinkie Pie goes insane? I don't have like a photographic memory like some people do. Yes, she invites her friends to a party but grows suspicious when everyone claims they're too busy to attend. Yes, it's that one where she goes nuts. Her hair goes like completely straight. Oh my goodness. That one really kick-started the whole like, oh my gosh, Pinkamena Diane Pie, the creepypasta. Oh my goodness. And then the writers were like, you know what, we need to do this with the other characters too. They all need to have their crazy episode. So I do use a different brush for the eyelashes. And it's literally called eyelashes, the brushes. I've been doing that recently. I need to get a new one. Yeah, need to get a new alarm clock, or whatever device it is that you use. Applejack trying to lie in that episode is so funny. I was like, aren't you supposed to be the element of honesty? Come on. What are we doing here? Right? What are we doing here? I don't know if they're still up or not, but if you want a good laugh, you should definitely check out the Friendship is Witchcraft series. That one, it gets a little long and drawn out in some areas, but oh my gosh, is it funny. And some of the parody songs, well, like they're not even really parody songs because like they're original. But like they're just such bangers, man. They're just such bangers. And maybe they are like very reminiscent of other songs, so they would be like parodies. I just haven't heard the originals then. Maybe I'm just ignorant to it, but the song where Twilight is singing about how like she always had a thing for her brother. It gets stuck in my head, or it's just like, even if we're not related, it'll be okay. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, shut up. Girly, what is wrong with you? Yes, she has these like hidden superpowers that only activate when she's gone insane. Oh, dude, yeah, Friendship is Witchcraft. Yeah, I don't know if it's still available on YouTube, but because like Hasbro and DHX were like trying to get them taken down for like copyright infringement. And I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, that song gets stuck in my head. I always wanted my own brother. And then you showed up at our door. I didn't question where he came from. I wasn't lonely anymore. I think I went in the wrong direction for the eyelashes, but it's okay. We're just gonna do a little transform tool. And it'll be okay. Here, I gotta find that video. Did they take the first episode off? No. Okay. The first episode is there. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'll post it in the Discord to make it easier on you. Videos. Okay. So there's the playlist for it. And and then the song that I'm talking about. The song that I'm talking about will be underneath that one. A warning, it will get stuck in your head. It will. You are very welcome. I hope that it brings you many laughters. Many instances of laughter. It was quite funny when I watched it. How long ago was that? Hold on, give me a second, folks. I'm going down memory lane. Twelve years ago. 12 freaking years ago. Man, I feel wrinkles appearing on me. Oh my gosh. We do a little copy paste. Actually I'm gonna flip this. I feel the same way when I say 10 to 15 years ago. That's old talk. Yeah. And pretty soon we're going to be looking at things in the store where it says like, oh, this is a classic item. This is a vintage or retro. I think that's already happened to me with like retro stuff. I'm like, damn, dude. What do you mean? I remember 18 years ago when ground beef was only $12, dude. I mean, sometimes it depends also like where you go and like how much you're getting. If you go to like the grocery outlet, sometimes they have really good deals. I will say never, ever risk the Dollar Tree meat. Don't do it. Do not do it. No. You will get sick. I've never tried it. I'm not gonna risk it. I've heard horror stories. I'm just saying, don't do it. And you know, here soon it's gonna be like, I'm old enough to remember when they were still making pennies. What about ground beef? Been talking about the price differences these days. Where's the beef? Yeah, there's something that'll put you back in time. It's just a very painful experience to not recommend. Yeah, For real, tell me about it, okay? I still gotta do that after the stream tonight. I emptied the dishwasher, and I'm like, I'll do the second half later, okay? My hot water's done, and I just emptied the dishwasher. I'll do it after the stream. That's how I compromise with myself and my house chores, my house duties. I miss the OG Scooby-Doo and the robot made from that one show. The Jetsons? The Boomerang cartoons, man. The Hanna-Barbera cartoons, man. That was a time to be alive. I think they still have they still do like reruns of them. Little ma'am is in her bed behind me. Actually, I'm completely shocked that I remembered that it was from the Jetsons. I was like, I'm just gonna like guess. But yeah. Oops. I'm just gonna save because my program does not want to move anymore. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It was frozen for a little bit. I was like, what is happening? What's going on? The younger generations, you wouldn't understand. Takes a drag off a cigarette. You wouldn't understand. I'm gonna move this part to be more like that. Okay, let's do some coloring really quickly. Let me pull up her old character sheet. Let me find it in the recesses of my files. Where art thou? Here it is. Move that over to here. And I just need the color palette there. Hello, Izzy. From the Flintstones. The crossover episode. That was actually a very, very well themed crossover because you have from the future and from the past. That was really really smartly done. this stabilizer on this. And there does not need to be. What I'm actually gonna do first is lay down a dark gray color for everything to be clipped onto. So I don't have to worry about going out of the bounds of the line work at all. Yes, this is my very first My Little Pony OC that I ever made. And it's funny because, like, her name is Vivid Beat. And then this character that I have right now for my avatar, for my model, her name is Vivian. So everything kind of loops back around to the same sound. Crossover from the future and past being broadcast in the present. Right? It all makes sense. What happened to her horn? Is the horn sad? So, her backstory. I don't think it's actually... No, it's not over here. Her backstory is that when she was younger, she was being chased by a group of these younger ponies after school, and she was looking behind. As she's running forward, she's looking behind to make sure, like, oh, are they still chasing me? Are they not? Whatever. Wasn't looking where she was going at all. Ended up running into a wall, and then her horn became bent. So she has a bent horn, and that's what happened with it. Yep. It's a little bit of like a metaphor for don't dwell too long in the past. Don't look back for too long. Otherwise, you end up making mistakes that lead into the future. So, and when I first was like making her and designing her, I didn't have that as like the deeper meaning of her backstory, but like in retrospect of like thinking about like what does that actually mean, right, as like a deeper meaning. That's just kind of what I came up with. I was like, that's oddly profound. So you're making a Native American looking OC based off a dream I had? Oh, cool. I'm sure that's gonna look really really interesting looking. Where's the break in this? Hold on. Okay, I see. I just need to turn my tolerance setting down on the auto select. Hello, Carlos. Hello, thank you. Thank you. I hope all things are going well in Portugal for ya. Yes, I think Wolf is either still sleeping or he's like just getting up. I let him sleep in today. Usually I go into the bedroom, I'm just like, wake up! It's time to wake up! I didn't do that today. He had a headache yesterday, so I was like, I'm just gonna let him sleep. Okay. There we go. Everything in that folder. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay. So now if I go over here and let's change this to be darker so I actually know where it's at. What time is it for me? It is 10:31. Yep. I have a little date and clock right underneath the tablet that's on the screen. Yep, we got people all over the world. 12:30 a.m. for you? Oh, well, good morning. If you consider it morning. For me, I don't consider it morning until like I've woken up and it's before noon. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's actually morning time. But like 2:30, 3 in the morning, I'm just like, no, it's still nighttime. It's still nighttime. Okay, let me get our marking colors. And some of these do get a little bit changed. Thank you. I think I drew this one when I was back in high school. But originally I drew her when I was in like 8th grade or something like that. And I was, yeah. And then I still have the reference sheets for my other ones too. Like this one. This one is my gothy pony. My goth OC. So as you can see here, my username used to be Potates-chan. And yes, this confirms that this was back in high school that I drew this one. My canvas is a little bit transparent. So you guys can still see some of the background of my overlay. But so she's got chains here and her wings are also clipped here as well. So, and she has a glowy cutie mark here. So that one's Serenia Light. This reference sheet is terrible because it is I can barely freaking read this. But this is my dinosaur pony. And she's also a cannibal. She eats other ponies. And she has a little butterfly friend. But she's also the tallest of my OCs. So there's that one. And Vivid Beat is actually my shortest. She's the shortest one. And then again, back when I was in high school, this was my pony Sona. Pony Tate. So I used to have this hair color. I used to wear more of these outfits. And I still have the gauges. So the earplugs, whatever you want to call them. Hence why my VTuber model also has the earplugs. Hair plugs? She doesn't have hair plugs. I don't have hair plugs. Earplugs. Excuse me. But yeah, so that was something that like never really went away. It's always been part of me. I like the early hours from midnight to 7:30 a.m. It does seem to be just a little bit quieter depending on where you live. There's some people that like, you know, they're getting up to go to work if they work really early in the morning. But for the most part, it's fairly quiet. So I can understand that. That one reminds me of Wendy from Gravity Falls. Dude, I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. A tall cannibalistic pony. Yes. Yes. A tall cannibalistic dinosaur pony. I think I designed that one around the same time that everybody was making like shark ponies. I was like, you know what? I like dinosaurs. Let's make a dinosaur pony. Crazy idea if something had a dinosaur form, it just rips and tears out of their body and find their true creature form. Yes! Yes, like a freaking kaiju. You see something like Hemlock Grove, the werewolf transformations in Hemlock Grove. If you have big stomach, I wouldn't advise watching. If you don't, you can look to see what I mean. I do have a little bit, but I'll risk it. Here, let me set that next layer up. Let me see here. Oh goodness. Oh. Whew. Wow. Jeez. That is freaking gnarly. Jeez. Wow. That looks freaking painful. Wow. Well, I'm going to try to not have nightmares tonight. Thanks, Josiah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't block out any pupils for her. And that's okay. Welcome back, Mrs. Bean. My little cat. Hello, couples. Welcome, welcome. That pupil needs to be a little bit smaller. This one needs to go over. It does take some getting used to. I've only done a couple of pieces. And it takes some getting used to. Definitely use reference pieces from other artists as well as actual pictures of the animal. But yeah, I understand. Oh, it's not a real animal. Oh, gotcha. Well, in that case, I wish you luck even more so. I guess take what you can from different pieces and like meld them together maybe. I think it's funny. It says like, please see old ref sheet for cutie marks, and I'm like, brother, I don't have them anymore. I don't have that old reference sheet anymore. What do you mean? The younger me did not take that into consideration like at all. But you know, perhaps I wouldn't have the reference sheet anymore. I'm gonna change this color just a little bit. Make it a little warmer. Oh, drawing legs. Classic anthro legs. Whenever I'm drawing legs for like a like an animal creature, they start out with like sticks. They start out as like little sticks. And then I build the leg around them, just depending on what part of the leg it is. And if there's like a bend at all. But again, like I said, I wish you luck on it. Oh no. Hold on a second here. Gonna be a slight abrupt change in the music really quickly. There. I'm like, I have like 6 hours of music in this playlist, and it's like, would you like to try something else for a change? I'm like, I don't recognize that song. I don't know if that's copyright, royalty free. We're gonna change that. Oh, I can only guess how you know, Isaiah. I can only assume. What is your confession? Step into the confessional. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. And you know, the longer that we live, we find out more things about ourselves. I mean, did you mean like you were like you had like a persona? Is that what you mean? Or you mean something else? I am confusion. Yeah, what was the into part? Oh, okay, you like the aesthetic of them. Now, I'm 28, and there are some designs where I'm just like, the color palette is very well placed. It's a good design. I can't lie that there are good designs out there. I wouldn't consider myself like one of them, definitely not, but I can appreciate a good design when there's a good design, man. I'm not gonna fault them for that. Oh, excuse the background noise. Love that Len and Ren are just running around chilling at the bottom. Yes. If you chat in my chat, you get a little character there at the bottom. And you can customize them too. The extension panel that was posted in the chat, if you click on it and you log in, you can change what character you're represented by. You can change the color variant. You can buy a hat, an item, a pair of glasses for them, and you can change your name tag as well. Hello, Troy. Thank you for jumping in and saying hey. Hope all is going well on your side of the world. Because you're a star. You know, beyond like the hearts that come out of the stream avatars when there's like a hug action that happens, I don't know what the stars mean. I don't know what that means. But I'm happy that it's happening to you. You did it. You were able to change around different parts of your character, Izzy. We have a lot of different color variants for sure. We don't run short on that at all. When I learned how to draw fairy legs, I'll be so good. Yes, you will have made improvement. Yash the Teto. We have many different variants of tattoo. Hello, small pepper. Welcome back with a single taco. You treasure that taco. You gotta keep it safe. Protect it from those who would want to steal the taco. You love Vocaloid? I do too. I have another Gumi cover that I need to do some more work on eventually. I have a growing number of Gumi covers, and I'm like, I need to do more work on these. But I go back and forth between the different projects that I work on. Sometimes I'm feeling more of a tangible kind of a creativeness flowing through me. Sometimes it's more digital, sometimes it's more musical. It just kind of depends on the day and how I'm feeling. Yes, the golden tattoo. Yes, you can. Yep. Just a little bit transparent. Indeed, yes. You can see it even more like when I move it to the side here. And if there's like darker colors, you can definitely see through it. It just depends on like the color that I'm working with. Oh no, the taco is too hot. Well, better than it being like an ice cold taco, right? You have some leftover soup too? Oh, nice. What kind of soup is it? Soups are the best on super cold days like these. What is my favorite Vocaloid? Oh goodness, Haku. Definitely Haku. Even though she's like just a toned down version of Mikyu. I like her design. I like her color palette. And there's a couple songs where I'm just like, yes, this scratches the itch in the brain. Chicken and rice soup? Oh, tasty. Nice and wholesome. Right now I'm going to go through and get these lines colored. Oh, I forgot a part of her mouth. It needs to be colored. I'll do that really quickly. Miku's your favorite small pepper? Indeed. Yes. At this point I would consider Teto very much a Vocaloid like the others. Especially because she has a nice synth-y voice bank, and you know, you can understand her English without subtitles for the most part. I'm like, haha, take that. Her horn is bent because when she was a younger pony, she ran into a wall while she was looking backwards for too long and running forward. She was running away from some bullies and wasn't looking where she was going. So dash Y. See you later, Carlos. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out and saying hi. Yep, I shall. I'll let him know. Have a good rest of your time. Whatever time of day it is for you. Dog is getting along great with your new cat. Oh, well, good. That's good to hear. Your first cat is still being an harassment. You know, I wonder if it'll ever change. Sometimes they just don't get along. I know that Ma'am and this other cat across the street, they don't get along either. And sometimes I gotta go out there and be like, get away from my cat. So currently they're graduated laying in my bed, not next to each other, but just both on my bed when they can't find me. Oh, well, they're getting closer. So that's the plus. Okay, now I'm gonna go over to the hair. I think I just him to a shelter due to financial strain. Oh. Well, as much as I hate to see people like relinquishing their animals, if you're not able to take care of the animal anymore, I think that's the most responsible thing to do. You know, because then they have a second chance at a new family that'll be able to care for them better, you know. The dog wears little shoes like socks. Oh my gosh, but that's adorable. Oh my goodness. You know, it probably protects its feet. The shoes probably protect its feet. From the cold and from the hot pavement if it's like really sunny outside. In front of Walmart parking lot, unfortunately, she absorbed the energy of the average Walmart shopper. That's freaking funny. All over. Oh my gosh. She learned from observance. Okay, now I can add some details in here. Welcome back, Zilly. Welcome back. My dog is normal. We got her from a pet store. Ah, gotcha. I'm gonna make this a add glow. Then move some of that color back up. Add some more darkness into the pupils. And then I'm gonna add the light dots before I forget about them again, because I swear. Your sleep was nice? Oh, good. Hopefully you got some more restful feelings going on there. One in the morning for you? Well, you know, if you are starting to feel a little sleepy and you gotta head on out, go for it. I totally understand. I don't want anybody getting like sleep deprived over here. You're gonna go monster your sanctuary. Alrighty, small pepper. Thanks for hanging out. I hope to see you again soon. Just adding some gradients to this. Do I have any pets? I have a black cat that likes to hang out in my studio and sleep when I'm doing my streams. That's where she's hanging out right now. But when I used to live with my family, we had a big black dog. So I went from a black dog to a black cat. Which I always think is funny. Oh, you enjoyed that, Yasai? You enjoyed that? The Friendship is Witchcraft song? Yeah, man. It brings back great memories for me. I don't think you're the only one, Izzy. I don't think you're the only one. It's been a long time for me since I gave him a try. They weren't like my favorite, but I was glad to see them trying a new style. So. The movie that I'm trying to find these days is that Colorful Stage Project Sekai movie, which I'm kind of mad about, because according to some on the internet that are also in pursuits of this movie, the DVD version that they recently released doesn't have English subtitles, and I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you've gone and released the movie on DVD and there's no English subtitles? And yet I'm seeing people on Facebook posting clips from it where there are English subtitles. So I'm like, where are you getting this? Please. Help a girl out. Okay. Let's add some shadows. I like to have 2 shadow layers, both set to multiply. One of them is 50, the other one is 25, and then I have an add glow layer on top of that. Nope. Let me just cycle through all my freaking emotions. And then the add glow is at 50%. Reminds you of the Battle of the Bands. I could see that, for sure. That's my add glow. So right now I'm just using an airbrush. I'm kind of just going over this. Let me actually do this. Open up that folder. There. That's better. Much better. Okay. Back to what I was doing. But before I get too deep into the shading, I am going to go into here and color the inside of the ear. Use a softer brush. And then a transparent airbrush to kind of blend that out. Go up a little bit with that. Okay, and now I get a little bit of a cooler color. Make it a little darker too. And everywhere that I know has a darker color or a darker shadow into it, that's where I put this. Did you ever collect pops I used to years ago and the first 2 Star Wars pops ever mass produced from like 15 years ago? Yeah, like Funko Pops? I still have some, but I'm selling them. I recently sold the Invader Zim one. And then I have a couple of Legend of Korra ones. I have some Star Wars ones, yeah. I have a Darth Maul, Gar Saxon, and Cara Dune. And then I have a couple from Mad Max Fury Road. But they're all up on eBay. They're getting sold. If that's what you meant by the pops. Because some of those, yeah, they've been discontinued. And they're considered vaulted. Because they don't make them anymore. Sorry for the long, drawn-out silence. It's them focusing times. Naru Triple Baka, yes. With the Len and the goth Haku. Yes. I shall not call her the yellow one. Yes, she has a proper name. So I did back in July I did a Miku versus Teto panel. And I had posted about it on the Facebook group for the anime convention that I showed this panel at. And somebody actually went and asked, like, where's the yellow one? I'm like, this is if I had to tell them, like, if she had her own separate voice bank, then she would, like, and if there were more songs like featuring her battling between Miku and Teto, then I would have included her. But alas, you know, she's a higher pitched Miku. So I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. But it was a good panel. There was a lot of people there. In the future, I'll probably do another Vocaloid-esque panel. Maybe something having to do with the Gumi voice bank that I've got. I'll do something with it. We'll do an actual sing-along with her. Which yellow one though? We have 3. Yes. Yes. In fact, we have like some yellow-orange ones too. If you can't like see you. Oh goodness. There's some other ones, like I have the design in my head, but I can't remember their names. Lily's also yellow. I guess it just kind of depends on who you're asking. Does my hand hurt? Not really, no. It does after a couple of hours of crocheting for sure. The inner part of my thumb. After a few years of drawing, I actually developed a callus on my my right hand ring finger. There's a little bit of a bump, so I think that happens to a lot of artists, depending on like where they rest their pen or their pencil. But my shoulder does start to hurt. Like if I don't have the best of posture, my right shoulder does start to ache a little bit. So it also depends on like the angle that my tablet sits at. But I keep it in a relatively upright position. But yep, such is the struggles of the digital artist. I guess traditional too. And depends where you're sitting things. I'm trying so hard not to look at the clock. These are always little testers to see how far I can go, how much I can get done in 3.5 hours. So and sometimes I just barely get to the highlighting part of it. you ever want to draw but then not know what to draw, so you just sit there waiting for an idea to spawn in your mind? I used to. I have this thing called art dice. They're on Amazon, but the art dice, it comes with like a pack of like, oh gosh, I don't know how many, like 8 or 10 different dice. And you can pick and choose like how many you want to use, but it'll give you like a subject matter, a medium, a temperature, like a setting, like whatever you're like stumped on. It'll give you ideas for things to draw or to illustrate, to paint, things like that. So I used to struggle with it. Now when it comes to like a pose, yes, definitely still have that issue. but when it comes to like a general idea, I try to use the art dice as much as I can. And they're not too expensive either. Again, they're on Amazon. They also make them for writers too, for authors. Okay. I'll throw some highlights in here really quickly. Nice warm highlight. Oh my goodness, I can hear Ma'am snoring in the background. Use a different layer for the highlights inside of the eyes. And then I use a transparent airbrush to kind of go back on that just a little. Throw in some different colors in here. Thank you. Takes me a little bit of time, but I think in the end it's worth it. Now for the hair highlights, I like how I do my hair highlights, even though I'm still trying to like figure out the best way to figure out like the direction for them. I might take away some of that's inside the shadowy area. Excuse me. Need to do a little stretch. Oh no. There. I was like, how long has it been like that? Miku's finally getting her time to shine. Yes, the Sakura. The Sakura Miku. Okay. Do a little shimmer here in the mug. And do a little extra over here too. It breaks up the highlight just a bit. Shows some more hair strands going in there. Oh, definitely Gen 4. Yeah. Definitely Gen 4. That's the only one that I've seen like in its entirety. I very briefly gave Gen 5 a chance with like a single episode, and I was like, no, this really isn't it. I don't think so, guys. I gave it a chance. Nah. But I don't know. I liked the style and the design of Gen 4. Lauren Faust really did a number on it, really. And I liked a lot of the episodes too. I'm gonna go back a little bit here. Not too much of the highlight. part of this way that I rendered out some of this artwork makes me think of another artist's style from back in the days of DeviantArt, which, like, I still use it, but it's only to have the gallery up there. I don't use it for, like, the social aspects at all. I don't really see the point of that. And it's another place that, like, isn't at all what it used to be. So Gen 3 and 4 are like, oh, that's good. That's good. I haven't seen a whole bunch of Gen 3. I don't think at all, really. Well, let me see. Hold on. I need to go back. Oh, it's that one. Okay, so I've seen some of the movies. Definitely the minty one with the like the Christmas movies of with Minty. And then I used to own like a whole bunch of the Gen 3 toys. But that's the thing that, like, that I liked that that Lauren Faust, like, because Hasbro still had, like, the rights to or what was it? It was like something with the design copyrights for Applejack and for Pinkie Pie. That's why those two look so I think it's actually just Applejack. Looks so similar to her old form, because Pinkie Pie I thought was Surprise from back then. I could be mistaken though. But she was a fan. She was a fan of that older generation of My Little Pony. So I was like, you know, it's very fitting. It's very fitting that she did the designs for Gen 4. But yeah, no, Gen 5. That's, yeah, 3D Twilight looked kind of nightmarish. See, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that iteration of Twilight yet, but I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Because yeah, I've been told it just doesn't look good. Oh man, she looks derpy, and that's like, she doesn't look like derpy. She looks like something's wrong with her. Yeah, the hologram, her bangs do not look right, man. And like how far apart her eyes are, that looks so, dude, that's wrong. She looks bad. She looks bad. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is nightmare fuel. Oh gosh. I can't look at this for too long. It's gonna give me actual nightmares. Alrighty guys. This is gonna be the end of my stream for today. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some crocheting as the schedule suggests. I'm gonna do some of that. Take away the sketch layer there. So that's the sketch, and then that's the finished version of it. Indeed, indeed. Alrighty. This is the time of the stream where I go and I plug some of my links. If you would like to check out any of my finished art pieces, feel free to check out my gallery. That will be posted there in the chat there in a moment. If you would like to follow me over on Twitter, feel free to do so. I post screenshots usually of the artwork that I made during my stream, as well as a link to the stream. So if you ever miss any of them, you can always check there. You can also check the post section of my channel. That's where I just do like a copy and paste of what it was that I posted on Twitter, as well as a screenshot. So you can always check there. I have a Ko-Fi page with some freebies for PNGTuber Plus. And eventually I'll make some for PNGTube Remix, which is the program that I'm using for this model. You as well, Yesaya. Thank you. Thank you very much. And then for commissions and personalized artworks, if you have any desire to get more information about those, that link is also posted in the chat there. So anyways, I'm going to be heading on out. Have a lovely rest of your night, guys. And I shall see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll do some crocheting. So anyways, stay vibing, stay creative, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye bye.